Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name's Jack, and in this video we're going to be doing a post-Christmas update on Chainlink. I'm going to be giving you technical analysis as of today. I'm going to be giving you some targets to the upside if things continue to the upside. Going to be giving you some targets to the downside in case things go wrong. And I'll also be talking to you about an invalidation point, the point at which you can exit your trade if things do go wrong. So all that and more in this video. Before we get in, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. It really does help me out, guys. And you know what? I'm making a lot of videos here. I will probably end up saving you some money sometime by teaching you about my bad experiences in the past. So that's the whole point of this, is just to try and keep you guys from making the same mistakes as I did. So with that out of the way, let's dive in. So I'm going to do a very brief update on Bitcoin here first, because ultimately Chainlink, what happens with Chainlink here in the short term is going to depend on Bitcoin, because we are seeing some warning signs flashing here on Bitcoin. So it's important just to go through that first. So very quickly here, just start from the basics. Bitcoin is in a bull market. Nothing much has really changed here. We are seeing a pullback within this larger bullish trend, but ultimately we are still in a bull market. We're making higher highs and higher lows. We are above our weekly EMA band. So all in all, things are looking good for Bitcoin and the crypto market in general. The one warning sign that's appeared here recently, well, the first one is that we now have a weekly bearish divergence on the RSI on the weekly time frame. So we're making lower highs in the RSI, we're making higher highs in the price. So generally, what the outcome you can expect from this is really some either choppy sideways price action or a pullback to the downside. And in fact, guys, oftentimes when you see this play out on the weekly time frame, it can actually often spell the end of the bull market. Like you can see here in 2021, we've seen the RSI making a divergence here, and ultimately it brought a significant crash. Again, late 2021, same story, divergence on the RSI, and eventually it crashed. But the thing about it is, guys, these take weeks and months to play out. So it's not actually a sell signal on its own, because honestly, these sometimes appear right at the mania phase of the cycle. So if you sold everything when you first see this, you'd actually miss out on a lot of gains. So it's not a sell signal on its own. It's more a caution signal. So we have to be cautious. Okay. Now, if we go down to the daily time frame here as well, one signal that has just flashed in the last couple of days, which has got me quite concerned here, is that we have closed a daily candle below our 50 SMA, which is the 50-day SMA in the green here. We closed a daily candle below that, which is not a good signal, guys, and it can very often mean that further downside is in store. If we look at some prior examples of when we saw this, even just from this cycle. So let's go January of 2024. You've seen the breakdown here, and we continue to the downside for about another week. If we go to April, close below, continue to the downside for another couple of weeks. June, broke below, continue to the downside. You're getting the picture, guys. We have now confirmed the signal. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if Bitcoin now continues to drop for the next week or even 2 weeks into sort of mid to late January. So doesn't look like we're getting a Santa Claus rally this year, but it is what it is. So yeah, just pay attention to those signals, guys. Just to summarize then, Bitcoin long-term bullish in a bull market. Everything is good. Short-term, I'm expecting the most probable outcome is more downside, guys, to be honest. And the levels I'm targeting is, you've got some support here at 85k, but honestly, I think we're going to be looking more at 80,000 to 75,000, this sort of level here, just because it has confluence with our prior high, which has not yet been retested, and it is also our weekly EMA band, which is the 21 and 34, which generally acts as a magnet for Bitcoin in these uptrends, and it hasn't been retested in quite a while. So that would be my level to target on Bitcoin. So from today's price, that would be quite a, you'd be looking at sort of a 14 to 20% drop, which does happen in bull markets. So it's not really the end of the world. It's just have some cash on the side to be prepared for that, guys, because you don't want to be watching that dip without having any cash to buy it. All right, now let's jump on to Chainlink. Now, before I get in here, guys, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. Really helps me out and makes these videos possible. Okay, so Chainlink, right? So let's just start from the basics here. We're in an uptrend. We're in a bull market. We're making higher highs and higher lows. Chainlink is respecting structure beautifully. So we were in this range there for most of the bear market. We broke up, retested it perfectly. We broke up, and now we're retesting our prior resistance, hoping to flip that into new support. So we're above our EMA band here on the weekly, which again is bullish. So all in all, on the weekly time frame, Chainlink is looking good, and it is in fact outperforming most of the altcoin market. So if we just go Chainlink USD and divide that by total 3, which is the total crypto market cap excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin, you can see here that Chainlink is currently outperforming 90% of crypto, which is fantastic to see. This is one of the coins that I'm quite bullish on in this cycle. That doesn't mean we can't experience some short-term pullbacks in the immediate short term, which I'm going to walk you through here now. But just before I switch over, yeah, the weekly is looking good in an uptrend, guys. Above the EMA band, things are looking good on the higher time frames, and I am expecting actually a $80 to $90 link in this cycle. So if we go down to the 2-day time frame, we are currently retesting our 2-day EMA band, which really, guys, you want this to hold, because generally my strategy for trading these altcoins, right, my rule to be in a project is the altcoin must be above its EMA band on the 2-day time frame, because generally what you see, if you look back here, when we're above, it's an uptrend and you're continuing to make money. But when it's below here, guys, it generally trends to the downside. So Chainlink is now retesting this, so there's no immediate cause for concern. It appears to be holding it so far. But if you see Chainlink breaking below this EMA band, breaking below sort of $19 and rejecting it with a confirmed candle close, that's your signal to get out. Just to protect your capital so you can use it to buy these better opportunities. But for the moment, that's not valid. We are still in an uptrend. But yeah, just keep an eye on that $19 level. If we lose that and reject it, that's your signal to get out and save yourself. So if we just take a little look closer on the daily, again, the daily EMA band is not quite as reliable as the 2-day, but it is still important to note that we are still below it, and we're currently sort of hanging around this support level. And really, guys, we want to see this support hold very, very soon, where you see down here, it's this sort of $20 to $19 level. Like, see if Chainlink keeps sort of hanging around here, not really seeing a bounce, it's not good, and it would make it more probable that more downside would be in store. Because really, when you've got a key level like this, right, you want to see these bounces be fast and powerful. And you can see here with every bounce at this level, it's getting weaker. See, this one was quite significant. This one came down not so much, and this one is not even really seeing a bounce so far. So really, guys, what we want to see here is Chainlink turn this around very fast and get back above our daily EMA band at $23 and to continue this larger uptrend. One other thing to note then on the daily time frame is that we do have a downsloping RSI trend line here. Chainlink is now below the midline on the daily RSI as well, which all of these signals really tell me that downside is probably the more probable outcome in the immediate short term. The invalidation for this then would be either the price breaking above our EMA band here at $23 or the RSI breaking above our trend line here on the daily time frame. But all in all then, Chainlink on the macro, on the weekly, look bullish. We're in a bull market, but on those smaller time frames, it is looking like some downside may be in store. And as I say, your targets then for the downside would be that sort of $19 to $20 level. If that doesn't hold, then we would have to reassess, because yeah, it would be a danger zone if we lose this level. I'm not going to be honest. So there you have it. I hope you did get some value from that video today. If you did, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and clicking that notification bell. Really does help me out, guys, and I will speak to you in the next one. Bye bye.